watching David Grant Sports Report.
Calvary Worship Center will be hosting the Anchor Holds Ladies Conference June the 25th, 7 p.m., June the 26th, 11 a.m., and 7 p.m., June the 27th at 11 a.m. For more information, you can call 423-562-7267 or 423-494-8686. They will have special speakers and singers each night. That's at Calvary Worship Center, behind Murphy's Gas on Jacksboro Pike, here in La Follette. Come as you are and join the worship and fellowship at Calvary Worship Center. Our top story, you'd think that finishing in 14th place wasn't too good until you count the number of contestants. Then it looks a lot more impressive. 14th out of 132 boats entered the state fishing championships on Lake Chickamauga this past weekend. Trevor St. John and Craig Wilson finished in 14th place in the state high school fishing championships at Chickamauga Saturday. They weren't hitting on day one, but on Saturday they hauled in their limit. According to Craig, they couldn't catch that big kicker, the one that will put you over the top. They fished with crankbaits and worms for the most part, and by 7:45 a.m. they caught their limit on Saturday morning. And I'm going to tell you something. It's saying something when you invade another team's fishing spot and beat them, and from the looks of it, Trevor and Craig beat a lot of boats. As a matter of fact, they beat 118 boats all told. Now, if you recall, we interviewed these two young men recently at Papa John's along with their coach, Gabe King, who was very proud of the boys. So we here at WLAF congratulate Craig Wilson and Trevor St. John on a very good season. Now think about this. They'll be back next year. The battle of number 1 and number 2 was on the line at Liberty Park Monday afternoon. Number 1 Super Dogs versus number 2 Superheroes, but it was off again as the rains came and didn't allow the big showdown. But these two will meet up this Thursday at Asbury Park, and if I were you, I'd get down there. Where they're in a season-ending tournament. The first pitch is set for 6 p.m. at Asbury Park, and you can bet your grocery money that if I can stand up, I'll be down there to cover this bad boy. It's the rematch. The Diamond Dogs, coached by Jason Freeman, they won Game 1, so the Superheroes, who are coached by Kenneth Chadwell, will be looking for some payback and a big win to take the number 1 seed. Now we'll have the results on the next sports report for you. We've covered 10 camps in 2 days, and man, are we sore. We have been busy little reporters these past couple of days. Have you been wondering what all the commotion has been coming from La Follette Elementary School this week? It's the 2015 Amy Long Cheer Camp, which is going on right now, and it'll go on throughout the week, all the way to Friday. Now here's Amy Long to explain.
Our La Follette Middle School cheerleaders are hosting our annual mini cheer camp. That is camp for area girls that are interested in learning more about cheerleading. Our cheerleaders from the middle school are actually the instructors. They've worked really hard learning new cheers, chants, dances, stunts to help teach these little girls the beginning aspects of cheerleading.
Proceeds from this camp are to raise money so the La Follette Middle School cheer team can compete on a national level.
Our cheerleaders have the opportunity to do a national cheer camp next week. It's a Universal Cheerleaders Association. A long time ago, when I was in high school, we always went, and it was an amazing opportunity. They come in, they teach us new things, so we have new cheers and chants and dances for the school year, but they also do competitions, and if my girls happen to win those, they're able to go on. In the past, it's been BN, the Macy's Day Parade has been one of them. So they have the opportunity to go represent our county further if they do a good job at this camp.
I want to tell you too, Richard Comer had a golf camp going on up at La Follette Country Club. He started Monday with around 15 golfers and wound up with almost 20 on day 2. Brent Carroll, who is on the LMU golf team right now, was up there giving solid instruction as how to play how champions play the game of golf. And we can use the word Brent, and champion in the same sentence since he won the La Follette Country Club Open Championship last year. Now they'll go through Thursday, and don't forget about the basketball play day at Jacksboro Middle School next week with 12 big teams, and we'll tell you more about that on the next sports report. But we will tell you they played recently at King College and they finished 2-1, and they beat some pretty good teams up there. So Richard Comer is getting his team ready for the season, and it looks like he's almost there. Michael Kane had 27 in the La Follette Middle School camp on Monday, working out in the hot gym with JV coach Ken Weaver, who I believe with all my heart he screams in his sleep. Oh, buddy, I tell you what, they put the campers through all kinds of drills. They even had the folding chairs out there. Now they'll go through Thursday as well, and they'll start from 8:30 and they'll go to 12 noon. Megan Seals is a new girls basketball coach up at La Follette Middle School, and she tells us they'll have a basketball camp Wednesday and Thursday from 1 to 4 p.m. And this is probably going to be the last girls basketball camp, so get your little girl in it. Now, they didn't mention the price or age group, so just go on up there at 1 p.m. Wednesday and Thursday, and you'll be glad you did. I'm sure they'll let you in. When every second counts, count on Vital Care MedTrans. You do have a choice when it comes to ambulance service in this area. So when you call 911, ask for the best.
Wait a minute, are you Vital Care?
Yes, we are.
Good.
State-of-the-art equipment and a well-trained staff who stand ready to respond to your call. That's Vital Care MedTrans, when nothing but the best will do. Mike Riley and the Campbell County Youth Soccer League started their camp this week, and it's still going on. Around 20 boys and girls learning the secrets of playing solid team soccer and having lots of fun up there at Ken Snodderly Field. Now they go through Thursday as well from 9 to 11 a.m. About 60 all told would-be Cougars came out for the Cougar Camp, which only lasted 2 days, Monday and Tuesday. They went through all kinds of drills, had punt, pass, and a 40-yard dash, and gave out jerseys and awards and camp t-shirts. And we got a team photo of the staff and the campers who had a lot of fun. I'm telling you what, these little guys worked, and they worked hard, but they still had a lot of fun. See, I told you this was one of the hottest camps around. Justin and Matt Price and his staff, they make it a lot of fun for his players, not to mention the little bitty ones that look to be Cougars. Dustin Buckner, head football coach at Jellicoe High School, will have his golf tournament at the Greens at Deerfield June 24th, starting at 12 noon with registration, and then they're off at 1 p.m. tee time with a shotgun start. A 4-person team pays $75 each, a 3-person team pays $90 each, and a 2-person team will pay $100 each, and it helps the Blue Devil football program, so get a team together and play in this one. We have an entry form on our Facebook page at David and Sharon Graham. Copy it and print it out, and we'll be out there to cover it as well. Summer is almost here. Don't sweat over the stove this summer. Let the diner do the cooking for you. Delicious homemade dinners and desserts made fresh daily at the diner on Jacksboro Pike. Fast and friendly service. Call and ask about our daily specials. Eat in or carry out.
Welcome to the diner, where you'll find all your favorite food.
The diner on Jacksboro Pike. Phone 423-566-4708. Brian Miracle and Chris Mays give me a summer schedule, and it's kind of a light schedule. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, and the first one was supposed to be played at June the 2nd at home against Anderson County, and June the 4th they were supposed to play at Anderson County. June the 9th they will play at home, and they were supposed to play at home against Oliver Springs, but they canceled that game. And June the 11th they will play at Oliver Springs. June the 16th they're at home against William Blount, and June the 18th they're at William Blount, and that's it for their schedule. And all these games will start at 5:30, and there'll always be a doubleheader. But now we're going to get with Brian Miracle, and we're going to make sure of all these games, and we're going to make sure of when they play again, and we'll let you know on the next sports report. Okay, sticking with baseball, Dixie Youth All-Stars will start up like this, and it's good news for Campbell County fans. The 5- and 6-year-olds will be at Asbury Park. They'll play at Asbury Park on June the 19th. The 7- and 8-year-olds will play at Harriman starting June the 19th as well. The 9 and 10-year-olds will play at Asbury Park starting June the 26th, and the 11 and 12-year-olds will be at Asbury Park starting July the 3rd. You know, 3 out of 4 ain't bad in anything, and we're going to see if Joltin' Joe and Diamond Dave, we can get together and bring you a couple of the games, talking about our local teams that is, and get these little boys and girls on the old radio station, or I should say your favorite radio station, which is 1450 WLAF, and we'll keep you posted and let you know of the games we're going to broadcast if we do broadcast any. And I'm telling you right now, folks, I want to broadcast a few games, so we're going to try to work on that for you as well. Okay, that's a real good look at Camp Central, I should say, today. You guys stay tuned. There's a whole lot more to come right here on WLAF.